We now have documents into our newsroom from the Tennessee Health Department showing why Dr. Michelle Fiscus, the top vaccine official in the state, was fired. Dr. Fiscus says she was fired for putting out information about kids 14 and older getting vaccinated without parental consent. News 4's Tosin Fakile is in the studio. So Tosin, what's included in the recommendation to terminate letter?
Well, Mars, that letter came from Tim Jones, who in another document shows that is Fiscus's supervisor to Health Commissioner Dr. Lisa Piercy. And the letter said the recommendation for terminating Dr. Michelle Fiscus in her role is, quote, based on program management deficiencies and failure to follow appropriate processes and procedures. News 4 received 3 documents from the Tennessee Health Department. It includes the termination letter from the Health Commissioner dated July 12th and the recommendation of termination letter dated July 9th. A Tennessee nonprofit that helps provide convenient and affordable health care for people in the state says the firing of Dr. Fiscus is dispiriting.
Dispiriting is one word. I think crushed is another. When the hospitals refused to vaccinate anyone but their own patients, Dr. Fiscus and others made sure that clinics like ours actually got vaccines so we could do the work of making sure communities in Tennessee got protected.
The recommendation of termination letter included dates and incidents about the issues with Dr. Fiscus. In the letter, it says, quote, in February 2021, CEDEP leadership and the TDH Human Resources received multiple complaints from program staff regarding her management style, treatment of employees, and poor program morale. The letter also mentions another incident in May 2021, saying, in part, quote, in May 2021, Dr. Fiscus broadly shared a letter regarding her own interpretation of state and federal law with external partners with respect to vaccinations and other medical treatment of minors. The letter should have been reviewed by both leadership and departmental legal counsel. Nonprofit Neighborhood Health Tennessee says the firing of Dr. Fiscus motivates them to work harder on getting the message out on the importance of vaccinations.
Follow her lead and really honor her example by redoubling our efforts. One of the things that Dr. Fiscus consistently reminded us throughout the pandemic is it's not just COVID. We help people get back on track if they've missed appointments during the pandemic, and we get caught up with the erosion of what we've seen in childhood vaccinations across our state.
They say when it comes to outreach and messaging about vaccines, the government should speak with one voice.
What really matters is a single, consistent, unified message around what we're doing. And that's where we're really calling on public health officials to rally together and really focus on what we have to do to protect the public health.
Now, in Dr. Fiscus' termination letter, Marius, it said after Dr. Fiscus was terminated effective July 12th, she received compensation for 14 calendar day notice period, but was told to not report to work during that time.
Now, we just got a copy of the evaluation form from her personnel file. Now, a termination letter and a personnel file, 2 completely different things. What did that personnel file say?
That's absolutely right, Maureen. We got that about 30 minutes ago, and included in that, it was from 2019 to December 2020. So through this year, we did pull a statement from what they sent that was included in that the statement that was sent, the personnel file that was sent to us earlier in 2019. And it says, part of it says, quote, Dr. Fiscus has been a strong leader for the VPD team and has been an integral piece of COVID pandemic response. Her leadership and efforts in multiple areas have been critical. Now, what was in this, what was sent to us, is not included in what was in her recommendation of termination that was sent to us. So we're following up with this, and we should have more coming up at 10 o'clock.
2 different stories there, Tosin. Thank you so much.